minute, please be seated. Good morning to one and all. We are gathered here for a great human being who have known for a simplicity, discipline, dedication and nationalist thinking. I believe we are proud that we have lived in an era when Bharat Ratna APJ Abdul Kalam has lived. Today, Department of Physics, St. Joseph's College is happy to remember its illustrious alumnus, nuclear hero on his 90th birth anniversary. With these words, let us first invoke the presence of Almighty. May I now request you all to rise to your feet for the prayer song, followed by the invocation to our Mother Tamil. Thank you. To welcome the gathering, may I invite a successful person who imagined what his future could be, ideal in every respect, and then work every day towards his distant vision, that goal or purpose is our head, Dr. N. Ravi.
Reverend Father Secretary, Reverend Father Principal, respected Chief Guest Madam Dr. Satimili Thomas, Director and Trichy, Guest of Honor Dr. M. Lakshman and reputed scientist in the area of nonlinear dynamics, Bharathasan University, Deputy Principal Dr. V. Alex Ramani, Vice Principals, Deans, Heads of Department, Officials, Professor Arul Raipan, Senior Professor as well as former Head of the Department, Professor Alfred Sisulraj, Controller of Examinations, esteemed professors, my dear student friends and press corps. Very good morning to all of you. Today we gathered here to celebrate the Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's birthday celebrations. This is the place where Dr. APJ completed his BA Honours in Physics during 1950 to 1954, 4 years. On the footsteps of Dr. APJ, now we are standing, a simple, quite an assuming, patriotic, people's president, Dr. APJ is alive forever in the young minds of India, especially with the Josephites. With this brief introduction, I welcome Father Secretary. Even at the age of 70, he is guarding the college like a spinning top. Such a dynamic secretary is our Father Peter. He is our support and encouragement in all our activities. On behalf of Physics Department, we welcome you, Father. Next, Father Principal. Father Principal is basically a historian, but he is tuning the college in a more scientific way in all academic aspects with greater heights. In NARF ranking, we got 27th ranking in NARF all over India, 7th position in all over TamilNadu, and first in Bharatanagar University area as well as in Trichy districts. The credit goes to Father Principal, who is excellent and exemplary in his work. On behalf of the Physics Department, we welcome you, Father. Next, Madam, Dr. Sanjivini Thomas, under the able leadership in NARF ranking, NAP Trichy has got 9th position in all over India. And first in 31 NAPs of India. Also, the technological growth of NAP Trichy is highly appreciable. Madam, our relationship with the former REC is highly memorable. Former principals, Professor B.S. Manisundaram, Professor Nagaratnam, and Dr. Ilango, they are closely associated with our St. Joseph's College. Similarly, Professor C.N., Dean of NAP Trichy, who helped a lot for the growth and welfare of our St. Joseph's College. With the same spirit, Madam, we request you to share and exchange your resources to college like ours through interacting programs. Madam, on behalf of St. Joseph's College, we wholeheartedly welcome you, Madam. Next, our guest of honor, Dr. M. Lakshmanan. Recently, he is awarded with the Kalam Award for Best Scientist by Government of TamilNadu. In ancient Ramayana, Ram and Lakshmana are the brothers. Their achievements are always memorable. Similarly, in Trichy, we got Ram and Lakshmana. Ram is Sir C.V. Raman, a Nobel laureate, President of Tiruchirappalli in Trichy. In the same way, Dr. M. Lakshmanan, a recipient of many awards such as Bhatnagar Award, INSA, Circle Fellow, and now Kalam Award. Yes, he is moving towards many significant awards. On behalf of St. Joseph's College, we welcome you, sir. I also welcome Madam Lakshmanan. So she is sitting here. Finally, I welcome all the professors, officials, and my dear student friends, particularly media. Finally, one quotation for students. Every morning, you have two choices with the dreams. Continue your sleep with the dreams, or wake up, chase your dreams. Yes, this is the time to chase your dreams. With this, I complete my welcome address. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of welcome. To felicitate the gathering, may I take the pleasure to invite the great personality with extraordinary determination, Reverend Dr. S. Peter, State Secretary.
Believe me or not, for the last 10 days, practically every day, we remember our illustrious alumnus, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Respected Father Principal, esteemed Professor Alex Ramani, the Deputy Principal, esteemed Dr. Mini Saji Thomas, the Director, NIT Trichy, illustrious Dr. M. Lakshmanan, Professor of Eminence, and a recipient of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award, Professor Dr. Ravi, the HOD of the Physics Department, esteemed professors, my dear students, and the press. If I take one more minute, forgive me, because our esteemed alumnus on this day deserves great kudos and remembrance. Today, we are having this happy memory day on this occasion when we remember our illustrious alumnus, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He says, when I was in the final year at the St. Joseph's College, Trichy, I acquired a taste for English literature. I began to read the great classics, Leo Tolstoy, Scott, Hardy, being special favorites despite their exotic settings. And then I moved on to some works in philosophy. It was around this time that I developed a great interest in physics. For this offering of felicitation, I have to read his books, his thoughts, and his messages. Wings of Fire, Ignited Minds, India 2020, clippings from newspaper and magazines like Hindu, etc. Here is the backdrop to this portrait of this great personality, Dr. APJ. In the words of Dr. K. Venkata Subramaniam, I draw this paint, the paint of the portrait of this great personality at this backdrop. Dr. K. Venkata Subramaniam, a member of Planning Commission of India, another illustrious alumnus of St. Joseph's College, Trichy, appreciates and expresses his great admiration for Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam thus. This rural citizen from Rameshwaram, coming from a fisherman's family, reached such heights because of his sheer tenacity, combined with the simplicity of the highest order and rare sense of uncommon humility. We were both products of St. Joseph's College, Trichy, the Jesuit institution of TamilNadu, which was one of the earliest temples of learning. St. Joseph's Trichy, in those days, was known for its discipline, and the college course enabled the students to train their minds. Dr. Kalam studied physics under the eminent teachers such as Professor P.E. Subramania Iyer and Professor Chinnadurai. We studied under eminent principals such as Reverend Father Jerome D'Souza and Reverend Father Gerard. Their rigorous training shaped Dr. Kalam. They ignited the mind of their students, and no wonder Dr. A.K. took up the mission of igniting the minds of others. Beautiful words. This remarkable Indian from Tamil Nadu had his motto like Tennyson: to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. This is the portrait of APJ Abdul Kalam. I place before you this portrait so that we, the students who are studying at this moment, could imbibe the spirit of this great genius, because he is a many-sided genius. A person always in close contact with the divine. God Almighty Himself has stored within our minds and our personalities great potential, strength, and ability. Prayer helps us to tap and develop these powers. Dr. Abdul Kalam, a person for the poor and marginalized always. We have to uplift. When he was the president, he has said in one meeting, we have to uplift the 300 million people who live below the poverty line. A person truly human. Dr. Abdul Kalam is a person of great affection and relationship. He is known to respect the elders and have great love for the students and for the children like Jesus Christ. He is a person of the margins because he has gone through this temple of learning. He is a person of excellence and quality. Speaking on the topic India of my dreams, he says, I believe that a small aim is a crime. I have a dream of making India a developed country and a superpower. Dr. Abdul Kalam is a person on the vision always and with a great vision. He says, dream, dream, dream. Dream transforms into thoughts and thoughts result in action. India's Vision 2020, Dr. Abdul Kalam is gripped with a new vision of developed India. The young are the visionaries, he says. Dr. Abdul Kalam is a person with a universal outlook. He was a person of all faiths and he was at home with all the people of all religions. He was a man of commitment. He was a man of hard work. He has distinguished himself throughout his career by his consistent hard work and devotion to duty. This is what we have to imbibe from him. Dr. Abdul Kalam is a person of teamwork. Dr. Abdul Kalam, a person truly Indian and a lover of the nation, truly patriotic. Finally, Dr. Abdul Kalam is a person always on eternal quest and eternal search. He was ever on an eternal quest like Gandhi to find the truth and to the higher self. He is a rare combination of science and spirituality. Today we remember him. On this day, I offer my felicitations and blessings. Finally, this is the quote for each and every one of us who are present here to celebrate this day. All of us do not have equal talent, but all of us have an equal opportunity to develop our talents. May his personality always remain in our minds and in our memories. May this give a push towards our growth and development. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Now I would like to invite the well-respected personality who always believe the words. To succeed in your mission, you must have a single-minded to your goal. That's our Father Principal to felicitate the gathering.
Dear and beloved Reverend Secretary, Honorable Chief Guest for this function, Dr. Sajid Ahmed, the Director, NIT Trichy, our guest of honor for this function, Honorable Dr. Professor Lakshman, my Deputy Principal, the head of the department, and the Controller of Examinations, the Vice Principal, officials, professors, and many students, guests, good morning to you all. Good morning. My dear students, first of all, I would like to appreciate and thank the Department of Physics for organizing this meaningful celebration today. Of course, we should have celebrated it on the 5th and the 15th of this month, but being on that day, holiday, we are celebrating it today. As you all know, every year we celebrate just in front of your department where we studied. Where we studied for years. But this year, due to yesterday rains and all, we are here to remember him and celebrate his birthday. I would like to thank Dr. Saji Thomas, the director, for having accepted a request to be here for this function to celebrate his birthday with us. So thank you, madam. I know how busy you are. I know. As soon as I ran up to you, immediately accepted a request. I was very happy that you have accepted a request, and we feel honored that you are here with us for this celebration. And of course, I also would like to thank Professor M. Lakshman for his presence. My dear students, why we invite this kind of reputed personalities who are shining in their fields just to inspire? Because their presence itself will help you a lot. If not now, later you will realize that their presence will enkindle your spirit. My dear students, as we celebrate the birthday of our illustrious alumnus, Bharat Ratna, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, today, you are here to remember him, your senior, of course our alumnus, our illustrious alumnus, one of the illustrious alumni of our college. Of course, we all have number of people. If we list out, your department will have the more number of illustrious alumni who are contributing, who were contributing, who have contributed to this state, this nation, and humanity. We have Dr. Ramachandran, okay, the renowned physicist, of course, like this. So many people are there, so many people are there. When I went to USA from Loyola, I met many of your alumni who studied here, and of course they switched over to MCA or University of Computer Science. So in that way, your department is one of the star departments, and of course it is close to my heart also as the administrative head of the college. So in that way, I would like to congratulate you because you have conducted so many programs. Now, as we celebrate his birthday, my dear students, we are here to imbibe the spirit of Dr. Kalam. Dr. Kalam is known for his scientific temper. As a science student, you are expected to be like that. Even at the youth level, yes, you should have the objectivity and scientific knowledge, right? Which means you should see the truth always, till the end of your life. And of course, he was the one who had concern for the poor, as what the secretary beautifully mentioned. And of course, he also came from such background, but still, even at the helm of his office, he was able to not really that spirit. You should develop that. We should develop that. And he was the one who appreciated pluralism and diversity. Best example for that. So in that way, we are proud to have such a wonderful person who studied here, who was formed here, who was born here in this holy ground, in this temple of high learning. And of course, he was known for his hard work. And he was a man of vision. My dear students, all of you are expected to have a vision, so that's why he has asked you to dream. And also, my dear students, he had the universal outlook, which is a very, very must, which is a very good quality that you should possess. You are here, it's in Joseph College. When you go out of this college, you should have that attitude, that mind. Which means I'm ready to accommodate, appreciate, understand all other cultures. all other human persons from any linguistic background, etc. That is our spirit. Of course, you are. And I would like to emphasize that aspect, that spirit. Surely, after celebrating his birthday and even later, you will strengthen all these qualities, I'm sure. So once again, I thank your Chodi and the organizers for organizing this wonderful program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. Men may come, men may go, but few leave their footprints on the go. Over generation to learn and follow, like that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Materialistically, he lived like a saint. He is a scientist, technocrat, writer, and a good teacher. He will be in our heart forever. Now, may I invite our chief guest of honor, Reverend Father Principal, Reverend Father Secretary, Deputy Principal, Mrs. Lakshmana, HOD, staff members, and students to honor our nuclear hero, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, with flowers. More than 1,000 students are presently attending through online. In 2010, United United Nations declared World Students' Day to be celebrated on Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's birthday to honor and mark his effort towards promoting education. Now I request Dr. Alex Remini, Deputy Principal, to lead the students to take oath. Dear students, please stand while the oath is administered and repeat the oath while the Vice Principal reads the oath.
Oath taking. I will always try to save or better someone's life without any discrimination of caste, creed, language, religion, or state. I will never get addicted to liquor, smoking, and gambling. I will plant at least 5 trees in my neighborhood and grow. I will always work for making my village clean, city clean, state clean, so that my earth will be clean and green. My national flag flies in my heart, and I will bring glory to my state and the nation.
Thank you, sir. May I request Mrs. Salim Yamalata, Assistant Professor, to present the profile of our chief guest.
Good morning to one and all gathered here. I'm very delighted to say about Madam's profile because she has been achieved a lot. Within the time bound, I'm highlighting only a few. Dr. Mini Shaji Thomas was the founder director of the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Jamia Millia Islamia, and professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering. From 2008 to 14, she was the Central Public Information Officer and head of the department from 2005 to 8. Dr. Thomas was a faculty member at Delhi College of Engineering, Delhi, and she is the present director, NIT Trichy. She graduated from University of Kerala, completed her MTech from IIT Madras, gold medalist, and PhD from IIT Delhi. At NIT Trichy, Dr. Thomas and her team improved the position from 12 to 9 in engineering and from 34 to 24 in overall position in the NIRF India ranking. With a keen interest, guidance, and leadership, NIT Trichy has set up the first goal in 2018 at an investment of 190 crores in collaboration with Cement Industry Software for research and training. She is the president of SICI, a bi-national organization supported by MHRD, Government of India. She is currently the board of director in Indo-US Science and Technology Forum. She is a coordinator of the Special Assistant Program on Power System Automation from UGC. Dr. Thomas won the IEEE Educational Activities Board, the Meritorious Achievement Award in 2015. She is the author of the textbook Power System, SCADA, and Smart Grids. Madam has received many prestigious awards. She has received the Career Award for Young Teachers. Dr. Thomas delivered lectures in many prestigious universities and has interacted with the technical experts from all over the world. Such a young, dynamic, beautiful personality is with us. On behalf of the department and my own behalf, I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I welcome Reverend Father Secretary to honor our chief guest, Dr. Minnie Sati Thomas, with a book, Wings of Fire, on this special day. I request Reverend Father Principal to honor the chief guest with the honor. And I request Dr. Alex Ramley, Deputy Principal, with the portrait of APG. Thank you, Father, Sir, and Madam. I became a teacher by choice, not taking up other job as I wanted, to disseminate knowledge and be with students. These are the words of our chief guest, Dr. Minnie Sati Thomas, NIT's first female director. And these words express her aspiration to be a teacher. I request Madam to deliver the chief guest address. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for all the love and affection showered on me. Respected Reverend Dr. S. Peter, Secretary of the Institute, Reverend Dr. M. Aruthisamy Xavier, Principal of St. Joseph's College, Dr. M. Lakshmanan, guest of honor today, Dr. N. Ravi, Head Department of Physics, Dr. V. Alex Ramani, Deputy Principal of the college, all other faculty, staff, and students of St. Joseph's College, Trichy. It's my privilege to be here today and talk to each one of you. I bring greetings to you from NIT Trichy. I am very honored to address you today in the midst of all dignitaries sitting here. I must appreciate the words of Reverend Dr. Peter and the principal. You have taken leaves out of the life of Dr. Abdul Kalam and the students. I am sure you are all inspired by the life of Dr. Abdul Kalam. Before going into that, I would like to appreciate the college as such, because great institutions are built by visionaries. And building an institution and sustaining it for 177 years is, in itself a great feat. So the, started in 1844, St. Joseph's College now stands at 27 in the NIRF ranking. My congratulations to the college. It's great. So the Jesuit fathers started this college, and we must appreciate the contributions of all the sacrifices of all the fathers and the faculty and the staff of this college, which dedicated thousands of alumni to the nation and the world at large. Because you have luminaries like Bharat Ratna, APJ Abdul Kalam sir, and many others. I am sure the list is very, very long of the illustrious alumni. So we must appreciate. See, I am from Kerala, so there also we have so many institutions, Christian institutions, which impart knowledge, which are temples of knowledge. And the concept was, the missionaries came to Kerala in the first century, St. Thomas, one of the disciples of Jesus Christ, came to the land of Trichy, where I am from, and started the church. And each church had a school, Palli and Palli Kuda, we used to call, and that's how the education system developed in Kerala from first century AD. Of course, our rulers were so tolerant. Same thing here also, because we have so many institutions which are bringing knowledge to students, so we must appreciate that. Now, I accepted instantly when Father called me that I must come here for this function, because it was to commemorate the birth anniversary of a great leader, right, whom we all respect. So, my association with Dr. Kalam, I had the opportunity to, personally interact with him a couple of times, and that was very, very, very inspiring. When he became the president, he was president of India 2002 to 2007. So when he became president in 2002, he wanted to celebrate the Technology Day in Rashtrapati Bhavan, and he invited two faculty members and 2 students from all the technical institutes of the Delhi. And I was lucky enough to be one of the 2 faculty chosen to go to Rashtrapati Bhavan. This was just after he had taken over as the President of India. And I still remember it was a very small gathering of around 20 people, and in the yellow room of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the President was sitting and explaining to us in 2002 his Vision 2020. So it was so inspiring, and it was so futuristic, the Vision 2020, what he envisages for India in 2020. I mean, he interacted with us, answered all our questions for a long time, and then after the function, the next room, he was giving us plates. The tea he was serving us, he was giving us the plates, he was giving us tea, and he said, show them the Rashtrapati Bhavan, every room of Rashtrapati Bhavan, show them the Mughal garden. And then he, it was such a humbling experience, President of India. So that's the person Dr. Abdul Kalam is. He's, he brought in so many changes in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Who will stay in Rashtrapati Bhavan? What will happen in Rashtrapati Bhavan? He started the spiritual garden in Rashtrapati Bhavan. You can see if you go to Rashtrapati Bhavan in Delhi, spiritual garden is a herbal garden with all the trees mentioned in all the holy books, whether it's Bhagavad Gita or Bible or Quran, whatever trees are mentioned in those books, you can see in the spiritual garden in Rashtrapati Bhavan. Also, I had, after Father invited me, I got a chance to go to Rameshwaram last week for the first time. I've never visited Rameshwaram. So last week I visited Rameshwaram by coincidence, and I could see his house. I could imagine how he studied, because there is no connectivity. Pamban Bridge came much later. It was only ferry or the rail train, I think, once a day. So still, his house is still there, we can see. I could visit the memorial, Abdul Kalam memorial built there. I think you should all make a trip to Rameshwaram. It's not very far. If you have not been there, go to Rameshwaram. You can see his house, the memorial, and you will understand from what circumstances he came up to become the President of India. And you will be humbled, and you will get a lot of inspiration from that. Now, I'm very happy to see all of you around here. Since I'm talking to young children here, I thought I'm reminded of my childhood. I grew up in a village in Ernakulam district, central Kerala, born to a middle class parents, lived in a village, studied in a village school in Malayalam medium. But the freedom I had, there was no discrimination at all. We live as a very secular society, even now. No discrimination. I was a girl, I was the firstborn girl into my whole family of, cousins. I'm the eldest. But there was no discrimination that I am a girl. There was no discrimination I was a Christian. So that's the society I grew up. And that gave me all the wisdom and the freedom to do my wish, to pursue my vision and pursue my passion. So I don't know how things are, because when I am in TamilNadu, when I interact with people, especially when I moved to Delhi after my marriage, when I interact with my colleagues, my lady colleagues, people from other religions, I find that it's not the same everywhere in India. The freedom I had as a child. I had a brother, we were two. I had equal freedom as my brother. Nobody prevented me from doing anything. Or, of course, I got more protection as a girl. But as a society, we had friends who were from other religions. We never bothered. That's the secular state which I lived in. So we have to ensure and see that the same thing happens. You think at home or in society or in college, are you discriminated? Are you discriminating someone? You should not. That's what Dr. Kalam stood for. Right? So we must see that everybody is equal. Everybody is equal, but another inequality which is coming now is the disproportionate distribution of money. A lot of people are very rich, a lot of people are very poor. So it's our duty to help each other in whatever way we could, which I think all the other speakers also mentioned. Your financial status doesn't prevent you from dreaming and achieving your dream. Dr. Kalam is an example. I am an example. Many of us are examples that, money is not an issue at all. You can dream and you can reach your destination even if you are not very well off, because opportunities are there. Now, I just want to leave you with 4 thoughts which are relevant from the life of Dr. Abdul Kalam, as well as I see that it's relevant in my life also. So the first one is be passionate. Be passionate with what you are doing. So I think most of you are science students. Are you passionate about what you are doing? See, you are too young maybe to decide what is your passion, but be passionate about what you are doing. If you are doing something, give it your 100%, because half-hearted attempts will not take you anywhere. So if you are studying, if you are doing physics, BSc physics or MSc physics or whatever, be passionate about what you are doing. And I'm not talking about only your studies. You may be passionate about something else in life, right? You may be a good singer. You have a hobby as well, right? Be passionate about your hobby also, because it will help you in the long run. When I visited the Abdul Kalam Memorial, near his samadhi on the left, they have put his veena. Right? He used to play the veena. So whenever you be passionate about your studies as well as your hobby, but give you 100% in whatever you are doing. The second thing is, you must take risks. Only because my experience is that Dr. Abdul Kalam also, if you see, he took a lot of risks, right, in life. So you have to come out of your comfort zone, especially girls. See, if you have to go out of Trichy to study something higher, most of you may think, why should I go? I want to be at home. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to do that. But then if you are aspiring to be somebody or you want to achieve something, you have to come out of your comfort zone. I'm just giving an example. I had a job in RC Calicut, permanent job. Getting a government job in late 80s was so difficult. So I had a permanent government job. I quit it. I resigned. I don't know how I did it. I resigned and went and joined IIT Delhi for my PhD. And by the time I was 28, I had a PhD in electrical engineering. And that set the foundation for my future career growth. I can tell you so many other risks I took, including, leaving my family in Delhi and coming to NIT to be the director. That was a big risk which I took. But you have to come out of your comfort zone. Take risks if you want to succeed. The third thing I want to tell you is don't give up. Once you take a risk, now so many youngsters you want to become entrepreneurs. You want to do your startup. Right? So that's a risk. But then you may not succeed in the beginning. Right? So don't give up. You have to persevere. Perseverance is very, very important. Because, nowadays children, maybe it's the way we have been brought up, because only one or two children at home, right? Now, every house has only one or two children. So we are pampering our children, we are spoiling our children, right? So they have no perseverance because they are given every comfort, and they cannot take any crisis. They cannot handle any crisis. It should not be like that. You must have perseverance. Don't leave things. Okay, it's not succeeding. Leave it. I will tell you one example. When I was doing my PhD, my main problem, that time there was no computer, nothing. We had to go to the mainframe computer, only one computer in the whole of IIT Delhi, one computer. So we have to book a slot for half an hour, go and do the programming, and then my problem I was not able to solve for almost 3 months. The program is not giving the desired results. We tried my level best. My supervisor said, Minnie, we will leave this, drop this problem, we'll have to search for another problem. And one day I was sitting in my room and writing a letter to my mother. That time no phone, no cell phone, not even land phone. My mother was in Kerala. So I will write 2 letters to my parents every week. So I was writing a letter saying that I have to drop my problem so my PhD will get extended. And I was looking at the printout lying on my table. You get a printout, and the IIT Delhi printer was maybe out of cartridge. Cartridge was running out, and I saw that one of the, I could find an error in my program. I had typed something wrong in my program. I went and changed the next day and I got the results. I was giving up almost that problem, but the perseverance helped me. I could finish my research problem and get a PhD in 3 years that time. And the final one I want to tell you is, you must be a lifelong learner. That's what Dr. Kalam was. From St. Joseph's, then Madras, he went to MIT, and then he was a lifelong learner. Always he knew new things. For us teachers, of course, it's lifelong learning, because you need to learn new things to teach the students. If a teacher goes to the class with the old notes, students don't have a good impression of that teacher, right? So we must keep learning, and this is very true in today's age, because you're doing undergraduate degree now, but undergraduate degree is just the beginning. And it's easy now because you have teachers and textbooks to guide you. But in real life, the learning you have to do on your own. Nowadays, there are a lot of platforms, online courses are there, but you are learning on the job and learn things new, because the life cycle of whatever you are learning is very short, except the fundamentals. So you have to keep learning lifelong. Then you will succeed. So I'm sure all of you will gain something from all our speeches. Something will strike in your mind which will help you do very well in life. And nobody is a failure. You have talents, different talents. Don't compare with what the other person is achieving, because your talents are different. So you have to find what is interesting to you. You have to excel in that. You have to be passionate in that. You have to take risks. You have to be you have to have perseverance, and you need to do lifelong learning. My best wishes to each one of you, and thank you very much for calling me answer. Nothing to mention, because the head of the department mentions about collaboration with NIT Trichy. We are very glad to collaborate, no issues at all, because national education policy envisages that we have to have collaborations with institutions. We must be helping each other. We have set up a sophisticated instrumentation facility with crores of rupees of investment. It's government money. It should be utilized by all. That's my response to that, and also that's the response of my institute. Only thing is, everybody is busy, so you have to form a team. We will form a team. We can check what all areas we can collaborate. Definitely, we are so near. We can definitely do it. Father, we are open. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspirational words. In TamilNadu, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award is for persons who strive towards promoting scientific growth, humanities and students' welfare, and that award would be given during Independence Day every year. This award is to create strong India and resourceful Tamil Nadu. Here we have Honorable Dr. Lakshmanan, the recipient of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for this year. Here comes Mrs. Sari Hemalata, Assistant Professor, to present the summary of biography, the guest of honor of today's program.
I am very happy to read about Sir's biography, and it is very difficult for me to introduce about the speaker within a time limit. Professor Muthuswamy Lakshmanan specializes in the areas of nonlinear dynamics, theoretical physics, with special reference to solitons, nonlinear evolution equations, and others. Professor Lakshmanan has written over 400 research articles in internationally reputed scientific journals, 58 proceedings, and he has published 10 books. He has about 42 years of teaching experience, 50 years of research, and guided 33 students for PhD degrees. He is currently supervising 4 PhD students and several postdoctoral fellows. He has received many highest awards in India starting from 1989. Sir has been very recently awarded the prestigious National Science Chair by the DST SCRT. On Independence Day this year, the government of Tamil Nadu has awarded the great Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for his scientific contributions. He has been a recipient of several prestigious international fellowships. He has held visiting positions in many prestigious institutions all around the world, including Canada, China, France, Finland, Germany, Greece, Holland, Italy, Japan, Poland, Spain, Ukraine, UK, and USA. Sir was born on 25th March 1946 in an agriculture family in Coimbatore. He pursued his schooling at a government school in a neighboring village. He did his BSc in NGM College, Kolachi, and MSc in Madras Christian College. His PhD in 1974. Sir was promoted as the Professor of Physics in 1978, which became the Bharatidasan University in 1982. He was promoted as a Professor of Physics in 1984, then the head of the department from 1994 to 2006. Sir is now working as a Professor of Eminence and holding the prestigious position of DST SCRB National Science Chair. Such a high-profile personality is with us today and is a right person for today's occasion. On behalf of the department and my own behalf, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. May I invite Reverend Father Secretary to honor Dr. Lakshmanan with a garland, and Reverend Father Principal with a memento, and Dr. Alex Ramani, Deputy Principal with the Thank you, fathers and sir. It is a privilege to invite Dr. Lakshmanan, an eminent researcher and recipient of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award, to address the gathering with an inspirational speech.
Respected Reverend Peter, the Secretary of St. Joseph's College, Reverend Dr. Aroj Xavier, the Principal, Dr. Alex Ramani, the Deputy Principal, Dr. Mini Saji Thomas, the Director of NIT Trichy, distinguished colleagues, and other dignitaries, my dear young students, and other visitors. I am extremely honored to be invited to this function on the eve of 90th birthday celebration of the distinguished alumnus of this college, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I am also extremely thankful to the college for having thought of honoring me on the occasion of the receipt of Dr. Abdul Kalam Award from the government of TamilNadu. I thank the college, the authorities of the college very much, and in particular, I thank the Department of Physics, its faculty and the students, in particular the head of the department, Dr. Ravi, who was actually a former student of our Department of Physics, Bharatidasan University. I think he did his MPhil course at our university, and in fact he was a student of an meritorious dissertation under my supervision long time back.
So I'm thankful to all these people for having thought of inviting me on this occasion. As all the previous speakers complimented the Department of Physics for having such a great alumnus. In particular, the young students. You have this great senior, the citizen president of this country. It's a very, very rare honor. So naturally, all of you should be proud. And I do expect in future many such great scientists will emerge from this young audience, because you have an example here. This Department of Physics, of course, this college, has also been the cradle of great personalities. Dr. Abdul Kalam, Professor G. N. Ramchandran, and many more. I get this kind of great feeling when I come to this college, when I visit this department. So also, there is another Department of Physics where I get such great feeling. That is Department of Physics Presidency College. Where when I go to give lectures there, in the lecture hall, you feel the two great personalities, the Nobel laureates, Professor C.V. Raman and Dr. Subramaniam Chandrasekhar, sat in the same hall and they studied there. And I do get the same feeling when I come to this Department of Physics and I realize this great personality, Dr. Abdul Kalam, had studied, had lived here for more than 2 years in this campus and studied in the same Department of Physics, and then he went on to become the first citizen of this country and received the highest award, namely Bharat Ratna. So all of us do get inspired by this great personality about which all the earlier speakers spoke much about. As we all know that he is considered to be a role model, a hero of the young people of this country. Not only the young people, every citizen in this country feels so proud. I did receive several kinds of awards and honors in this country and abroad. But these kind of honors didn't excite the people around me so much, like the award which I received recently on the Independence Day in the name of Dr. Abdul Kalam from the government of TamilNadu. In fact, my village had really erupted in joy. And I received so many calls, because these are pandemic days, and so many people wanted to come and personally congratulate me here. And my brother persuaded them that I myself will come to the village later on. So actually a couple of days ago only I went there after almost 2 years when the pandemic started. I didn't travel outside Trichy except for the award ceremony to Chennai. And this is the first time I went to Trichy and to my village. And so many people came and congratulated me just because of the name of Dr. Abdul Kalam. So Abdul Kalam, being the common citizen of this country, is considered to be a great personality, not only a scientist, but also a great achiever. Because of his simplicity, of his patriotism, and his concern for the youth of this country. His life history is a standing example of how one should develop. So, if you look at his history, you find that he gives such great respects to his parents, particularly his mother, and then to his teachers. In particular, he remembers 4 specific teachers that motivated him to pursue a kind of development later on which he took in his life. His elementary school teacher, Mr. Muthu Iyer, his middle school teacher, Mr. Tiruchirappalli Iyer, who really motivated him to take up the subject of flight technology, because he took his students personally to see how birds fly. And then when he came to St. Joseph's College, he specifically remembers with such great awe, and he describes this particular teacher as he enters the campus, he looks like a divine. Professor Thodatri Ayanga, his mathematics teacher, who had motivated him to pursue further scientific studies. And then finally, Dr. Srinivasan, the director of MIT at that time, who made him to realize the importance of collaborative studies, collaborative research. And thus, he very specifically remembers his teachers, and based on their motivation, he further pursued his career. And then he remembers all the time his country. So his Vision 2020 essentially corresponds to looking at this country, which was once perhaps the most advanced country in this world until 15th century. But then later on, because of the different political situations, it had come down. But he saw distinctly that this country can come back and receive and become an advanced country and perhaps a superpower by 2020 or beyond that. So he distinctly saw that, and that's why he gave his ideas about 2020. With at least 10, he all the time talks about 10 distinct profiles that he expects, about which some of points about which Dr. Sagi Thomas spoke about. But in particular, I want to just mention 3 of the points. So he emphasized this country as a nation where education value system is not denied to any meritorious candidate because of societal or economic discrimination. So all meritorious students should get equal opportunity for higher education. and a nation which is the best destination of the most talented scholars, scientists, and investors. So after you complete your studies, you expect that this country will provide equal opportunities, and a nation where the best of healthcare is available to all. And this pandemic is teaching us that we should have the best healthcare facilities, and so on. So he dreamt about all these facts and dreamt that this country will become an advanced country and a superpower. I think the possibility for all the young students to study in this college, in this department of physics, will motivate you to pursue the path of this great personality, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and I very much hope that each one of you will fulfill his dreams. And I wish you all the best, and all the best to the college and the department of physics. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Department of Physics is proud in remembering its illustrious alumnus by organizing an online quiz competition on 12th October 2021 by Albert Einstein Quiz Club. About 60 students of 20 colleges registered for the competition, and totally 76 students of other colleges and quiz members of Department of Physics participated in the quiz competition. As the coordinator of Albert Einstein Quiz Club, I am happy to announce the prize winners. For the other college, the first prize goes to K.A. Harini of Kaveri College for Women, Trichy, and the second place goes to I. Prince, Arunvidu Kalasalina College, Krishnankoye. And the prize winners for the Albert Einstein Quiz Club members, the first place goes to Edward Franklin, 3rd UG, and the second place goes to Hilaria Shirin of 2nd PG. Every year, Department of Physics organizes Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Endowment Lecture. Today, we have the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Endowment Lecture at 11:30 a.m. and Dr. R. Venkatraman, Outstanding Scientist, Satish Dhawan, Space Center, Sriharikota, will deliver a talk on challenges in future launch vehicle missions. Thank you. Now, it's time to propose the vote of thanks. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in acts. May I call upon Professor Dominic, Vice Principalship to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all. I deem it a great pleasure, honor, and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. I express my heartfelt thanks to Reverend Dr. Leonard Fernando, PhD, the Rector, for his blessings. We are grateful to Reverend Dr. S. Peter, SD, the Secretary of this college, for his words of encouragement. His able guidance has always encouraged us. I thank him for his kindness, his interest, his hospitality, and continued support towards the department. I thank our well-wisher, Reverend Dr. M. Aragasamy Xavier SD, the principal, for his support, vision, and commitment. I thank our principal, deputy principal, and the vice principals for their unstinted support for this function. I thank our special guest, Dr. Vinit Shaji Thomas, the Director, National Institute of Technology, Trichy, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace this occasion. Thank you very much for your valuable message, Madam. I also express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. M. Lakshmanan, Professor of Eminence and DST SRB, distinguished fellow, recipient of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award 2021 by Government of TamilNadu for his inspiring speech. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. N. Ravi, the head of the Department of Physics, the heads of various departments and the faculty for their valuable contribution, guidance and encouragement in all our efforts. I sincerely thank Reverend Dr. Sandiago SD and Dr. B. Anikiraj for the video and transmission. I show special gratitude to the non-teaching staff who have worked hard to ensure this occasion becomes a memorable success. I thank the members of the media for evincing interest in covering the event and all good hearts who work behind this screen. I am very grateful to Dr. J. Charles for the efforts taken in bringing the photo of Bharat Ratna APJ Abdul Kalam. Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I thank you, my dear friends, for your cooperation in making this function a resounding success. A special thanks to Dr. Mary Diana for the efforts taken towards today's Master of Ceremony. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote by Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dream is not the thing you see in sleep, but is that thing that doesn't let you sleep. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I request all to rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि गंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जय मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय